Well, it sure is amazing the things that you can do with pork fat. Here at the meat market, they have prepared a special little sign for us. I'm joined by Donnie St. John. He is the owner and operator of Donnie's Meat Market, not only here in Pakenham, but you've also got a much larger store in Almont, right?
That's right, yeah, and welcome, Sarah, and thank you. Yes, we opened up here a year ago in May,
yeah,
and to a lot of fanfare, so it was great. We've been in Almont for over 8 years now, so we're happy to be out here, and thanks a lot to just quick plug, Patty Mann of clothes designer, who was instrumental in getting us out here.
Right.
So
well, and
awesome.
How fortunate for the people of Pakenham and surrounding area to have fresh meat readily available to them now.
Yeah, and you know, there's been a meat market out here for generations, actually, from the Shields family, who closed down a couple of years ago. So there's certainly a market here, and with cottage country not far up the road, it's huge.
Yeah.
So we're rocking once these nice warm days are out. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get back to talk different cuts of meat, what have you got here? You have so many different choices.
We try to get a little sample out here of the different things we do. There's more. Our counters are limited, so a lot of things that are important for grilling this time of year that we try to focus on. Of course, we have the old standbys like AAA graded beef steaks, like strip loins or T-bones, some nice lean pork loin cuts. But we specialize in things like London broils, and we have some stuffed chops here. We do things like chicken tornadoes, which are marinated breast meat with bacon wrap.
Yeah.
We make all our sausages in-house here.
And we'll be doing that a little bit later in the show, right?
Yeah.
We're going to try my hand at it.
We do a few different kinds of seasoned kebabs, like a roasted red pepper beef. We have a roasted garlic and rosemary chicken. We do things like apple and garlic pork roasts down there, which are fantastic on the barbecue. A California roast, which we're kind of famous for, which is a boneless chicken breast with a pork tenderloin in the middle. So those are awesome, and as well as some other things like crown roast and stuff like that. So.
All right, now we've got a big hunk of meat back here in the kitchen. What are we looking at here?
This is actually a long loin of beef.
Okay.
So quickly, the beef cuts are derived on where they come from on the animal. So, you know, if you think about the human structure, you get your shoulder cuts that, you know, are exercised a lot. They can be a little bit tougher.
Yep.
Loins are typically from your back, so they're a softer muscle, a lot more tender, which is where this portion comes from. But nothing like a nice rump, too. That's always good, too.
We're still talking about steaks here, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, of course. So this is a long loin, a sirloin portion. You can get T-bones out of here. I'm going to quickly cut out a piece of filet mignon.
Yeah, I'll stay out of your way.
And just to show you, this is actually the only internal muscle inside the skeletal frame, and that's why filet mignon is so tender, because it's actually exercised not at all.
Oh.
And there are also only a couple of small pieces of this on a whole animal, so that's why it tends to be a little bit expensive.
Right.
So by trimming this up,
all right, so you're just trimming the fat off of it.
We just trim the fat off. We try to lean things out as much as possible. It's nice to have marbling. It's hugely important. Marbling and dry aging is, of course, essential.
All right.
But we can take a nice piece of filet.
And then you're actually going to bacon wrap that.
So we can bacon wrap this really quickly.
Look at that. All right, coming up a little bit later in the show, we're not only going to be making sausages, but also you've got some pork satay skewers that are mighty tasty. So stick around, that's all coming up a little bit later from Don's Meat Market in Pakenham.